135 and a half.
Official weight 135.
Yeah. 135 and a half.
Official weight 135 and a half for Song Yadong.
I seen what Khamzat did to make the weight. He tried his utmost. I don't want to go into detail about it, but I know what he did. And the right decision was to stop cutting, because sometimes, and every fighter will know this, so every fighter watching this now who's going to comment when you and ESPN tag each other and go, when these fighters haven't made it, they know what it works like. So for them to say stuff is ridiculous. His body just shut down. His body stopped responding at a certain point. Now, okay, it was at a bad point where he was like 7-8 pounds over. I don't remember. But what can you do? Like, do you want to do it like me, where I completely went blind for the Masvidal weight cut and then look what happens in the fight? I'm not saying that Masvidal didn't beat me fair and square. I'm just saying, if I'd have been at a healthy weight, like middleweight, when Kelvin Gastelum was throwing shots at me chin, I was eating them because I'm healthy. So it was the right move for Khamzat to stop cutting, because things would have got considerably worse. And so the only thing I can say on my part is, next time we have to be at a lighter weight, and he has to be, more controlled. But to say that he was just not asked about making the weight, or conspiracy theory, like Dana said, the whole thing up, is just absolute. And it's coming from me, so it is. But don't lie, I just say things what come to mind. They come from the heart, so what?
Another thing that I loved about the fight with Khamzat, and he fought as Khamzat fights, fourth fight in his UFC career, Ryan, where his opponent didn't land one strike on him. That's insane. I love after the fight, Joe Rogan said, hey, Khamzat, great performance as always, but you missed weight by 7.5 pounds. Khamzat goes, I don't want to talk about this, and Rogan pressed him again. And Rogan asked him again, and Rogan asked him a hard question. I love that he made him accountable in that moment to not just shine, to make him answer those questions that he needed to answer, because everybody wanted to know what happened, Khamzat.
Right.
How could you possibly go up here and be this heavy?
What's the time?
10 to 7. Nice one, Drake, for me new roller.
Actually training for hunting. Ó, one more, finish. Tá perdendo, porra. Nocautear agora. porra!
He was just messing around. He could do it anytime he wants.
You know what he say, I'm losing the fight, that's the last one. I'm losing the fight, you tell me, he's gonna knock him out.
Paulo's, you know what? Like, I don't even blame Paulo. Paulo's just trying to get a payday.
Right.
You know, right now, like, Khamzat is in everyone's bullseye. He's the one that like that's starting to make the name, that make waves, like that's in favor, like that, and everyone's just calling me out to get a payday. And I understand that it's a business. We want to take care of their families. So Paulo started something, and when you say something about Khamzat, he checks you on it. He just doesn't let it slide. And Paulo said something like a couple of days before. I didn't even know that when the shit happened. I was just like, what the fuck is happening here? Like, and Khamzat said, and you know the rest is history, you know. And it started. So it's just like trying to promote fights and like get fights, all this stuff, which is like a lot of energy consuming from our side.
Yeah.
Like just like,
yes.
The coaches get drained, you know.
It's exhausting.
Tony Ferguson is done as a guy that I've seen in the octagon. Tony's done, bro. Like, he is a shell of himself, and he doesn't want to retire, right? He actually said he feels like he got better. He saw some good things. I'm like, what did he do in there to show that he's better than he was prior?
You know, some of the haters are more like people that are in the media, like DC. A lot of people say I'm a former shell. I hope I'm a former shell, honestly, because I'm getting better. Like, it's just, to me, like with the people I'm involving myself with, the game planning and everything else. The one thing that Greg Jackson over at Albuquerque, what they said was, don't take this fight. They said, kind of come in, let's get some more time in with you, let's practice a little bit more, which made sense, man. All of my guys that were right there were saying the same kind of thing. But it came up, I was like, you know what, let's take an opportunity. I've been lifting heavy. Let me go against this guy, Lee, you know. Then somebody posted a picture that we knew each other. I was like, oh, okay, this is Lee. I kind of remember. And so it didn't seem like you had to hate this guy to fight him. But we were going to go in there and get the damage done. We really prepared diligently for this, really smart. I mean, I got video. I'm going to release some cool stuff. I'll show you a couple clips too, where we looked sharp, man. It was the footwork and everything were there. Like I said, DC, you know, all these commentators that just keep repeating the same over years, because that's what they want me to do. They want the public eye to see me like that, and they want me to see me as a quitter and so on and so forth. I never cheated to get on the scales to retain my championship like DC. You know, hashtag Towelgate. You know, these guys grabbing the towel to try to, you know, lift some pounds off the scale. The UFC right there, they went with it. You know, it's different. Like, it's interesting. It's like an inside job, bro. Like, if this guy wants to call it out, I'm gonna call you right back out. You know, you don't have to be an asshole to the people that actually work hard. There's a lot of up and coming fighters that see that, and you're gonna try to go with the click, and that's it. So like, don't start that. I mean, literally, I've given my shirt off, my back to the fans. The same thing with the UFC. And I'll still take my shirt off to go inside that octagon and show that I'm the man. I'm still the champ, dude. What I do for this company is unreal, and I love this company too, that they can have me to back them up. I have that.
Asking a hard question. I love that he made him accountable in that moment to not just shine, to make him answer those questions that he needed to answer, because everybody wanted to know what happened, Khamzat.
Right.
How could you possibly go up here and be this heavy?
205.
No, man, you hold the tower.
To not see my jump?
No. You hold the tower.
That's your belief, not mine.
Okay.
A lot of people thought that you were. So do you want to just describe the towel? Because it seemed like there was a lot of people who thought that the towel.
But what is it? What is doing that do? I don't understand. It's not something I've done before, you know. So I don't. No, I just wanted to make sure I didn't show my junk. To make him answer those questions that he needed to answer, because everybody wanted to know what happened.
Right.
How could you possibly go up here and be this heavy?
No, man, you hold the tower.
To not see my junk?
No. You hold the tower.
You're the fucking scum of the earth. You are a terrible human being. I wish they would let me next door so I can spit in your fucking face. Like, you are just such a fucking pussy.